Hello everybody. Kenny here, also known as Sci Guy or Am I, aka Silent85, aka Silent Fan 85. Boy, I just can't make up my name. Well, I've been doing this for over 14 years now, 15 years, so on and so forth. But what we're doing this vlog, and it's also a bit of a combination because I'm going to be doing a couple of quick reviews as well for three movies actually. First one is Moana 2. I finally saw it. Also, I apologize for how rough I look. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Moana 2 is really good. I really like it. I give it about an 8 out of 10. There are parts where it seemed a little rush, and it kind of lost what felt like heart of the original. But, that's kind of expected with secondary part videos, especially, again, just this viewer's opinion, Disney movies. The only second movie that two of them that I've only ever felt good about was Aladdin 2. What was the other one? Oh, Lilo and Stitch. Stitch Has a Glitch. Was that the first or second one? No, I mean the third or second one. I think that was the second one. It's been a while though. So there's always been a long history of these animated movies doing really good, not just Disney. Land Before Time and the infinite spin-offs that it has. Anyway, just an example. Bambi 2 was pretty good. Bambi 2 was pretty good. Oh, I saw that a long time ago, and I do remember liking it. So, there's that. Also, I saw Wolfman. Totally unrelated, obviously, but Wolfman had heart. I liked it. Not exactly the best movie. I would say it makes better for a rental. I don't think I'll be buying it. Along with Moana 2, I don't think I'll be buying it, but it was really good. It was really good. There was some heart there. It's really more about his transformation of not just him, but his family as well. You can see it, and at the heart of the film is the daughter. And anyway, there is a heck of a story there. I think unfortunately, the presentation on screen, I don't know, it didn't hit as well as I think it could have. And I don't think it's the primary actor. I think he did a good job. I think the wife did a good job. But the daughter, the little actress, or the actress, I should say, the actor that played her did a really good job. As for the monsters themselves, quote unquote monsters, I thought they were okay. I thought they were all right. His transformation throughout the film was really cool. You could see the struggle in his own mind. You could see the struggle with his body. So that was really cool. The next one that I want to talk about and kind of show off is Sonic 3. I don't know if I did a video on this, and if I did, I forget. But Sonic 3 was really, really good. Sonic has been one of the most consistent movie universes, I guess I could put it that way, that has remained fairly consistent. And it's been really good. I did pick up, and I want to show y'all something. Hold on, sorry. Let me get this done. I picked these up today on a decent deal. I was at an AMC theater. I got myself a Knuckles. Knuckles is my favorite all-time Sonic character, by the way, in case that's not, obvious. And then I picked up a Tale of a Tales. I got a really good deal on these guys, and I figured I'd go ahead and grab them. So, there's that. I'm sorry about the video. Forgive me. But now, those are out of the way. I need to do some life updates. There's been a lot going on, obviously. There's been a lot going on with the country, with me personally, with family. There is a lot of good things happening with the family. Again, forgive the way I look. I'm just now seeing that I look a little rough. There's been a lot of things going on with the family. Good things, not just, heavy stuff. But my adopted father is, for all intents and purposes, cancer-free. It's really cool, and it was such a weight off the family to get that news. It was a life-changing experience, needless to say. Some of the things in his life became more prevalent. He has a new mentality on life, and I will forever be proud of him for everything he's been through and for everything he's done for the family. Mom is doing good. She has had trouble with her legs. She's had a lot of trouble with mobility, her knees, her legs. It's something genetic, to my understanding. Some of my family has the same thing on her side. It's mostly prevalent in females, I believe, but it seems to be a thing. So I don't know. There's that. As for me, that's just some updates on the household. As for me, I am a homeowner, which changes my life. I have my very first mortgage, which is fantastic, but also scary because as I've gotten older, I've never really owned anything except a car. So now being a homeowner, which I've done for my folks, it's going to be their house. We're going to get it paid off eventually, and it's going to go to them so they can retire. As for me, I'm eventually going to move out again and get back out on my own. I have Lady Psylocke in my life. We're moving towards things, great things, and she has been just an amazing light in my life. Especially, she has been very supportive at this point in my life because as of next weekend, as of the 27th, I'll be turning 40. 40. That's awkward. And I think I've had a bit of a mini midlife crisis in some regards because I've always been, as I gauge my life, as I gauge my maturity and my experiences and my childhood abuse, I think I've been set back in life by 5 to 10 years. Now, statistically, when you look at imperial data when it comes to age maturity, emotional maturity, so on and so forth, in males compared to females, males tend to be about like 5 years behind. So I consider myself average in that regard, but also at the same time, I think a few years are added on because it's really just now hitting me as I'm hitting 40, where I've shouldered so much, and I still have more I need to shoulder. At the same time, I've had this big kid mentality, which I'm never going to lose. That'll never be taken from me. There are some areas that I refuse, and that will always be a part of me. Curiosity, wonder, just everything that impact me. And but there's always that personal thing of as you get older, you realize things, and you gotta really grab life, and in my case, be a little bit more of an adult in some ways. And that's not to say I haven't been one. It's not to say I haven't been my own man or my own adult or whatnot. But I've had to advance a bit quicker because I don't feel I've ever been where I could have been if my life had gone a different way. And I hope the God of us is making sense. It makes sense up here. Sometimes it doesn't make sense coming out of here. But I did want to share that because it's, it's human. It is human. No matter what you go through, you're going to grow up. You're going to realize that your life is going to change. You're going to have people in it. You're going to have people leave it. You're going to have people pass. You're going to have things happen that will impact you. One thing that I've always found solace in video games, stories, narratives, movies, TV shows, is stories, especially of our ancestors. I've always felt strength in our ancestors and knowing what humanity has been through. Not just Homo sapiens, but Neanderthals, Denisovans. You can do a little bit of research on this. There's been over 30 human species throughout our time here on Earth. And throughout those species, throughout our history, there have been stories passed down to share what I believe is always a bit of a core truth among humanity, is our creativity, is our journey, our adventures. And of course, these stories from ancient times become adapted to modern times. And a lot of the time, those stories can take on a power of their own that causes humanity to do dark things, to go down a dark path, and a willfully ignorant path. And we don't learn from the past. We don't learn from our ancestors. We don't remember to be a community, to not divide, to gather, to be plentiful, to be kind, to care for each other, because even our Neanderthal ancestors, just in that regard, in that generation of humanity, they knew to care for each other. You know, they had to defend themselves. There was wars, there was tribal in wars and whatnot, but damn it, if our ancestors... There are times today when I see modern civilization, modern people, acting like your stereotypical Neanderthal, when Neanderthals didn't even really act like that. Ancient human beings didn't really act the way we are today. But these stories are important, and they shouldn't be manipulated. They shouldn't be taught in a way to keep people ignorant, to cause them to cling on to the stories as something that it should help their life. It should share experience. It should share lessons, but it shouldn't cause them to close off their minds, or to resent people, or to dismiss people, or to deny them things that should be, and using modern terms, a right. You know, it should not deny human life. It should not deny a person to be who they want to be. But sadly, from my point of view, these ancient stories, these ancient things that have been handed down from our ancestors, that have been adapted, of historic characters, of religious characters, of they've just been, and this is a hard term, they've been perverted. And I don't use the term perverted as in sexual, although there have been some instances of that. I mean that they've been darkened. It's been utilized by humanity to control people, to keep them from loving other people, from caring about other people, to sectional, to create pockets of humanity, and to reject other people that don't believe as they do, or that don't live a life as they see fit, or for these humanities to feel that they're unworthy. And if they're not worthy to be a part of their tribe, they're shunned. They don't deserve to have rights. They don't deserve to live in peace. They don't deserve to be human. I'm getting deep here, but listen, this shit's important to me, and I share this on my channel. I didn't mean to mix this in with a movie review and life updates, but I'm finding it not hard, but I'm finding it tough nowadays to get streams done or get videos done. So, you know, this stuff and this knowledge, opinion, insights, views, my own especially, is important stuff to me, and I want to spread it. I've got preaching DNA in me. I come from a line of preachers and, you know, messengers and whatnot. And while I'm not religious, while I don't count myself as Christian, I'm agnostic in a lot of ways, but I'm also spiritual. I believe we are a part of something greater, which is the core of every religion. We're a part of something greater. You're a part of something greater. Whether you want to personify it, whether you want to put it as a ruler of the universe, of the afterlife, or whatever. You know, we're a part of a family. We're a part of a big tribe. We're a part of a species, which is a part of a planet, which is a part of a solar system, which is a part of a galaxy, which is a part of a greater universe that we're all connected to. We are the universe exploring itself and learning. But one of the faults that we tend to carry is that we forget that. And we manipulate knowledge. We manipulate history. We manipulate text. We manipulate people in doing so. And there's a lot of fault in that. It's our own fault because we allow it. There's a lot of ignorance, willful ignorance even, because people don't want to hear stuff. People don't want to talk about things. People don't want to, it's tongue in cheek. It's taboo. It's, for my growing up, the way I heard it, it was evil. You know, a lot of people in my life growing up from a religious standpoint that said, don't listen to that kind of talk because it's just Satan trying to tempt you away from God, kind of thing, when all it was just denial of greater knowledge, you know. But with that said, our ancestors made it through, and those stories, while it did give them belief and strength, nowadays those stories can help empower us. while not, they shouldn't be taking literal. There is a core concept and a core lesson in every single one of them. Some of them carry no weight at all. Don't get me wrong. They're not every story is supposed to be a lesson, but the standout ones, the significant ones that have had an impact on people, I do believe they are something to be shared and something to be passed down. But I think where we get it wrong is that we use those to darken hearts. And there's money to be gained from it. There's power to be gained from doing that. There's control to be gained from doing that. There's keeping people ignorant from doing that. And it just gets scary. But it's up to us to critically think, to analyze, to navigate, to be who we want to be, you know? But just remember to keep an open mind and keep an open heart. Listen to the stories, think about them, consider them, take them to heart. But remember to use up here as well. Because some of the most ignorant and darkest paths that a human can walk is to realize where they're at or where they're going without regards to looking around and seeing other paths that could take them to a better life, to a better understanding, to being a better person, to accept people, to understand people, to love people, to not deny people, to want to help them. And that shit's important. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sane. Sorry I rambled, but this stuff was always important to me. So remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. And I'll see you later. Peace.